Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Fallout 4 with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to Bunker Hill. In today's episode, we are going to be deciding our faction, and I have decided to side with the Institute. Their morals are terrible, their actions are horrendous, but I truly believe they have the best future for the Commonwealth with their advanced technology and knowledge of various things which would just be helpful. I've also decided to come here alone as I think that Curie would be a very bad idea right now, considering we're probably going to kill a lot of synths. We also have a Mirelurk. Oh, and it turns out this gun is absolutely unbelievable when fully upgraded, so at least we got that out of the way. Now right here, we have the holotape for Stockton, and I did get a little bit further than this just now. I've actually had to go back on a save, purely because you can actually start a quest with Stockton now on the inside of Bunker Hill, but it kind of bugs out the quest if you then go ahead and start the Institute quest soon after. So I don't want to get any further than simply picking up the holotape, and then we will cancel that. There we go. So let's find our agency buddy, and let's go and kill some people. And by agency, I mean Institute. Hello.
Hey, X4.
I've been waiting for you.
That's great.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long. Took me forever.
Your attempt at humor is wasted. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup.
Oh, how did the Brotherhood of Steel get... Okay, that didn't happen last time. But saying that, they actually completely bugged out last time, so maybe this is meant to happen, considering what he said. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we have the Railroad, and we also now have the Brotherhood of Steel. Right now, it seems that the Railroad are actually once again neutral to us. However, this time I'm going to be a little bit more clear whose side I'm actually on. Ooh, hello, armored coat. Any Brotherhood of Steel or Railroad we see, we will be killing. Fight back! It's unfair if I just do this to you.
Not like this. No.
Exactly like this. Yes. How much health's left on that vertibird? Can I look at the vertibird? Apparently not. It's actually attackable? Yep, definitely attackable. Well, damageable, I should say. Don't want those things buzzing around right now. There we go. Is it going down? Oh, yep, I would say it's definitely going down. Boom. So we can't enter in the front way because it's currently blocked off. I don't know which way I'm meant to be going then. Why say ad Victorium when you die? That makes very little sense. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. How many of you do I have to kill before you figure out I'm not on your side?
Not gonna make
Statistically speaking, your survival is
Ooh, yes. Thank you. Hello.
Elder Maxon.
That's really your last words. Well, each their own. How do we get in?
hostile sensor reading detected.
Nice teleporting. Oh yeah, we should swap our grenades out back to our synth grenades. That might be a good idea. If we can still be friends with the Brotherhood of Steel or the Railroad after this, I will be very surprised. So ignore me. I'm your bestest friend. Brotherhood versus Railroad. Oh, so much experience for me. I'm just absorbing experience here. Hey, behind you. Well, I will love that minigun. Did I just kill my own synth? Damn, these things have a lot of health. Yes, yes, of course I'm carrying too much. Guess what I have now? This is from your dead friend. Can you fight back yet, please? Thank you. No, but he's still just after my synth. How much health do these guys have? Boom. Ooh, hello, missile launcher. Normally not a massive fan of the missile launcher, as I find it a little bit boring, but right now it seems to suit the mood. Wow, we have 48 missiles? Jeez. Ah, just missed. Of course I managed to miss with a missile launcher. Okay, we found our way in. Side door's open.
Engaging hostile life form.
Apparently just killing everyone. Dr. Weathers. Night night, have you actually up? Oh, that looks like a... Still not hostile to me! Why are they not hostile? Someone explain how dumb the Brotherhood is right now. I mean, I know it's in the middle of a battle and it's a bit chaotic, but even so. The one with glowing blue eyes that's blowing up your men is probably against you. And he will be stealing that gun. You're being killed, you really don't have much of a choice in that. No. Fusion core, fusion core. For the Institute, your lives are forfeit, I'm afraid. And I will be equipping that weapon, because I've never actually used one of these before. Now, apparently this uses fusion cores. Oh, that's satisfying. I shoot Daka lasers. Okay, I should not reload. That seems like it actually does waste your ammo, unlike the others. You can hear lots of short attacks, but nothing really big. No, don't reload, don't reload! Stop, you're gonna leave me with really under... Oh, what can I hear? I was gonna say, really under-fueled fusion cores. Okay. Let's actually get in there, shall we? Apparently we're also now fighting raiders. There we are. The utility basement. I'm assuming this is where the synths are actually hiding. It'll be nice when the factions are actually hating on me, so I can die and actually fight and just everything will be a lot more fair. Oh. Apparently there's already fighting going on in here. Might be an understatement. Wow. Do I even need to get involved? Well, obviously I'm going to have to get involved because my friend's going to get involved.
You must be terminated.
Oh, and here's the synths.
No mercy.
Is there any way to actually do this without the Brotherhood of Steel getting involved? So much experience. I'm sure after this, the Brotherhood won't like you. Because you've withheld information twice now.
For Elder Maxon.
Yes, for Elder Maxon. For the Institute! We bring humanity a brighter future out of your dark age. If that has to be done through violence, then so be it. It's nice to actually pick a side for once. I'll be back to loot the corpses. Is that the paladin? Yep, fusion core, fusion core. Ah, the Gatling lasers are worth so much. You can't just leave them. They're worth 1,000 each. I mean, that's just insane. Where's she going then? I suppose up? I suppose up's the correct way.
Bunker Hill is ours.
Yes. You have someone not on your side hitting you. Right. Leaving that because we're out of space. The turret understands I'm an enemy. If the turret can understand, why can't you? Today is the day we brutally murder everyone in cold blood, and they don't fight back, making me feel really bad.
Eliminating all hostiles.
Hill is ours. You killed him.
Yes, I did. Are we enemies now? You...
Oh God.
I was taking your ammo. Thank you. Pistol's running out of ammo very quickly as well, which is a shame. Hello, synths.
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
F633, initiate reset. Authorization code Delta 62 Arcus.
Here they are.
God, it's a Corsair.
Oh no.
Issue the reset codes and we'll relay back to the Institute.
That's what I'm doing. You just stopped me from doing
Alright,
this.
Synth.
Please.
Why don't you want to go back?
I don't know. I wanted
Oh.
my own life, I guess.
Z322, initiate reset. Authorization code Gamma 49 Typhoon.
If we're going to go down the route to the Institute, we're going to go full evil. That's it.
No
I'm
sudden
not.
moves.
Please, no.
I'm not going to defend my actions right now.
What's so bad about the Institute?
I couldn't take it anymore.
Free to go. I can't do that, obviously.
Y915, initiate reset. Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
Last one.
You there, Synth.
Come on, please. Just don't.
Why are you so afraid?
I don't want to go back. Please, don't make me go back.
Anyone else feeling really bad right now? Because I'm feeling really bad right now.
B257, initiate reset. Authorization code Theta 93 Stratus.
That's all of them. Objective complete. Return to the town. Make sure all hostiles have been eliminated. I will relay the synths back to the Institute. Report to Father upon your return, and good work.
I don't think I've ever felt so bad playing Fallout as I have right now. Two other factions have decided I am actually a good person and have not attacked me as I've brutally murdered every last one of them, ending in me going to synths and ruining their potential free lives by sending them back to the Institute.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
I don't feel very good right now. Honestly, just... no. The greater good does not have emotional benefits, I suppose. And who says this is actually the greater good? Not me.
Wake up, Commonwealth. Synths are not your enemy. They are victims in this war as well. True, they were created by the Institute, but they were created as slaves. Thinking, feeling, utterly oppressed by their tyrannical masters. So join with us in fighting the field. The Institute. Join the Railroad. When you're ready for that next step, don't worry.
Hey,
We'll
you.
find you.
Talk some sense into my numbskull son. Getting involved with the railroad is just trouble.
Not hostile. No one's hostile, we're all just running now. By the sound of it, it's the Institute versus some of the synths just outside. I'm not allied. I'm not allied, rather, to this settlement. There's a surprise, we just eradicated it from existence.
Damn,
wow.
why can't this just be over?
No, it's the railroad fighting these guys. There's no need for me to be in this fight. I'm going to go back to the Institute and see how this continues. Lathrix is not a good person. Oddly enough, we're not actually going to the Institute, but we're going to the ruins. Now that's surprising. I don't know why Father has decided to leave the ruins for, but there we are. I'm going to refrain from calling him son or Sean for a little while.
Systems, you must be terminated.
As right now I'm not really in the best of moods. And apparently we're now fighting super mutants. Why are we meeting here exactly? I'll loot afterwards. Commonwealth Institute of... Oh, of course, because that's the original place, isn't it? The Institute was this before the war. Then after the war, it simply shortened its name to the Institute, similar to how the Commonwealth got its name. Hello, Father. What a beautiful night.
Sean,
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
it's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
You could have let me out decades ago.
Until I became director, I had no idea you were there. And after, there was initially no logical reason to do so. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
I'm really fighting between just an experiment and I still love you.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Am I actually not at... No, I'm still not hostile with the Railroad or the Brotherhood of Steel. That's amazing. I really thought that was the quest, but apparently, since I've not officially joined it, but I have joined the Brotherhood a long time ago. I'm a knight. The game really does need to do a better job at making you actually feel like you're part of one group or another. And I need to do a better job of not coughing while I try and speak. Okay, so they're just above us. Let's go. Ooh, look at my fusion cores being wasted. One higher by the looks of it. Okay.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
I'm not a massive fan of Father right now, got to be honest. Emotionless as anything. Maybe I should take a seat. Goodbye, Power Armor. Love you. I'll choose his chair to be really awkward. Come on, Father, we haven't got all day. My patience is thinned as it is.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Honestly, I was expecting it to simply drain all of the Commonwealth or something as they were talking about it. Had to take a little break there. My stammer keeps on coming back in little bursts because I'm still rather ill. So let's continue. Reactor?
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
I am being
Yes,
so
but
used.
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end,
What?
I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious.
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
That's great.
We don't usually welcome outsiders. I hope you can appreciate your good fortune.
Can you at least make them talk differently after that?
I'm glad you could be here to share this with me.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Wait, who was just okay to be my companion? It just said someone's available for companion, but I didn't read it in time because I got to level up. Also, that means I can do armor at level 4. Well then, let's figure out who exactly can be our companion. After looking at the footage, it turns out that simply the Corsair we used earlier is now our companion, the original Corsair, I believe, although it could have been the one we simply used today. Either way, let's talk to Ali here and let's call this episode an end. Come on, wake up.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I've got it in my hands. I'm going with you.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard in a while. Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and they'll get you over to mass fusion in a flash. Pun sort of intended.
Well, I'm sorry to insult you, but you've all been insulting me a moment ago, so I thought it was only fair. So, I'm afraid though I am all out of time for today's recording. If you have enjoyed the episode, then of course likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Fallout 4 is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Next time, we're finding a beryllium agitator. And then probably soon after that we'll start doing some of the side missions again, as I feel we're getting a bit too far in the main storyline.